welcome to Game of the Week. We just started November, and we've been at it for about a month now. Standings are starting to take place. Team Success taking on the Bruins, Oliver Markham, and his team not yet successful. The Bruins looking pretty sharp under the guidance of Nolan Gill. Following Coach's Corner today, we've got the River Monsters, short-handed, missing their GM, Sam Belanger, but with some talent taking on the Mallards, who have just dominated thus far with Chase Moline as their general manager. We'll head it down to Ariana and Maeve.
Hi, I'm Ariana Smeltzer. Unfortunately, Maeve cannot join us today. I'm here with Adrian the vet. And so, how are you going to defend against the team?
Like passing a lot and getting in where the ball is and keep on like passing to the wall.
Okay, thanks. So, what is your strategy to this game?
I think we have to pass and get shots on net, and if we score a couple goals, then we might be good.
Okay, thank you.
The question we wanted to ask today is, what is your strategy for the game?
I think we just gotta pass and shots on net. This team's really good, so I mean, we're just gonna have to find ways to score, and yeah.
Thank you.
And welcome to Game of the Week. We're back again for our first double-header episode. Today we got Team Success taking on the Bruins. And boy, is it fantastic to be back. One thing of note today, obviously, the Team Success roster has grown by one and is now the only roster in the league with 6 members now. That is something that you might be wondering why. The team itself is a very young team. Lots of grade 4 players, so we felt that it would be beneficial for them to have one extra player to sub on and off against some of these other veteran teams. Brand new talent to the league and veteran talent to the league all at once. And we've got our first goal of the game. So far, so good. 1-0 here, Team Success. About a minute in. Referee for today's game, Carter Gustafson, who is one of the forwards for the Cruisers. The Gustafson name is very storied here in the FHL. That one looked like it went in, but possibly missed by the referee. Oh, that is a goal. Yep. 2-0 Bruins. Kind of a controversy there. It did wiggle the netting. Oh, I see. Yep. Carter is without a whistle. So we're going to get that rectified quickly. We can call the game without relying on any other individuals to keep it going here. Second game today will be showing up after our first edition of Coach's Corner. First time back this season. A little bit of audio issue there. We'll go down to the truck and see what the deal is with that. Both teams looking sharp. Couple of quick shots to get us going here. But both teams looking sharp. Getting a little physical out there. It's all Bruins here. Finger on the lens there. There we go. Campbell first. Videographer. Once again, just acknowledging all of our volunteers from the grade 6 classes. And Garrett as well. Garrett running the score and the time. Campbell running the camera. Macy and Layla running our music. And of course you saw Ariana doing an interview. Maeve not with us today. We're trying to clear the zone here. Team Success. It's all Bruins again. Bruins have that patented 3-on-2 move. Replaying one member of Team Success behind the net there. Oh, we have Parker without his jersey on. I think we just noticed that was going on. Obviously, team uniforms, standard rule here in the FHL to differentiate, make things easier when we got a lot of players out there buzzing around like bumblebees. Easier to keep track. So we got a sub on for Team Success. Nolan waiting in Gretzky's office there, looking for 2 big saves, and dumped down into the Bruins end. Still 2-0 here. Good physical game both ways. Oh, and we've gone 5-hole. That looked good. 3-0 Bruins. Now, you may be wondering, where does the name Team Success come from? Well, it's not the most storied franchise in the league, although it was one of the more successful expansion franchises we ever had. Essentially, you've got a bunch of Paper Kings back in the day. That would have been, 4 years ago, I would say. Back when Liam Jones was, I think, still in grade 6. Curtis Virioki, that crew, Aiden Butts, bringing their team swag to the league and basically wearing what they had for Dryden Minor hockey uniforms. Another goal Bruins, 4-0. So they show up in this gear and immediately coin the name of their team as Team Success, and they did very, very well that year for a young startup team. And when we were able to get uniforms for the following year made by Mallons, we kept the colors and kept the team name. We just created a new logo for that team. But the spirit of the Paper Kings lives on in Team Success, and it has been a team every year since that inception about 4 years ago. Have they won a cup? No, but they came close, very close, when they were captained by, who was the captain that year? I forget. I know that Barrett was on that team, Micah was on that team, Liam was on that team, and the running gag there was that they lost to the Wheat Kings, and the Wheat Kings got their second or third consecutive Sanders Cup. Liam wasn't there. They played in the court, and that was everybody's reason for why they lost that game. The absence of Liam. He had a doctor's appointment, so it is what it is. But that was probably the best chance that Team Success ever had of winning the Sanders Cup. The Sanders Cup will be coming at you in the spring. Our league schedule broken up halfway through the season by the Nicholas Ho Memorial All-Star Game, and looking to do something different in the memory of Mr. Luley and Jacob as we get into the season deeper and deeper. Definitely an opportunity to memorialize their contributions to our school and community within our league. Jacob won the cup before, so that's definitely something that we can look back to, and the support that our league always had from Mr. Luley, just amazing. There's a lot you could say about being able to run this league, but the support that came from the office to do so in the early years was fantastic. 5-0 Bruins here. We're almost through the game. It's going to be quite the uphill battle for Team Success to catch up, let alone, well, to score a goal, let alone catch up to a 5-goal differential. For those of you that are wondering when we call the game, the 9-goal differential is key. So if a team goes up by 9 goals, that's game. Doesn't matter how much time is left. We call the game at that point. And that's a rule from way back in the day. We're into our last minute of play now. Team Success struggling to get it out of their own crease here. This Bruins team is a skilled team. That is an understatement. They're a big team too. Big save. Oh, and the rebound. And that makes it 6. Case and Lambert on fire today. And the net, the Bruins are going to try and make it one more. A win is a win. The goal differential definitely comes into play in tie-breaking situations in our standings. 2 points for a win, no points for a loss, 1 point for a tie. And we haven't had a tie yet, and that's the game. We'll be back with Game 2 right after Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner on FHL Game of the Week is brought to you by the Northwest Catholic District School Board, Schools of Hope, and by the St. Joseph School Parent Connection Group, making your school a better place.
Hello and welcome to another year of Coach's Corner. I'm Ron.
I'm Don, and you're definitely excited.
I am super pumped because we took the year off last year. Went and caught a couple of suntans and sunburns. And what did you do?
Well, at my age now, you just do as little as possible.
Well,
Ron,
you are.
I see you were trying to grow a beard.
You are old.
Looking pretty scruffy.
I can't grow anything on top of my head, so I gotta grow something.
Yes, yeah, it's a little bright over there. Anyway,
All right. Well, like I said, last year we took a year off. The league took a year off with the Cup. They did run. Unfortunately, we didn't do games of the week or anything like that, but we're back for another year. And with another year, new year brings new predictions, and that's what we're all about here on Coach's Corner.
Yes.
And I know that's what you love to do. So let's start with the teams. We've got a couple hot teams, including the Whalers and the Lumberjacks, two of the top teams this year. Who do you think is going to take this year?
you give me a chance to speak? Clearly you were practicing talking while you were gone. But anyway, you know the people are here
My
to
apologies.
watch to hear me, not you. Anyway, the Whalers, I think they've got a pretty strong team. They got that young rider, Paquette, good French name. Good French name.
Not Paquette, I'm impressed.
Paquette. I've learned over the years to pronounce those names right. I'm getting better at them. Anyway, yeah, he's a good little hustler. Here he's scoring a lot of goals, carrying that team on his back. So you know what? I'm going to pick the Whalers. I think they're a good, solid team.
Okay, well, now we've got some really good players in the league this year, as we always do. But we have two particular ones that we want to talk about today. We have Jack Knoll and Nate the Great Baczynski. Give me a prediction. Who leads the league this year after all said and done? Who brings home the scoring title?
Well, aren't those two good hockey names, though?
They are, yeah.
Jack, remember him? Jack McElhargy. Tough. Nate, what's his last name again?
Baczynski.
Baczynski.
Yeah.
Well, that almost reminds me of my favorite hockey name of all time, Mahavlich. Baczynski. Mahavlich. I love it.
Close, yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
I like that Nate the Great Baczynski. Nate Mahavlich is going to run away.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's your predictions for this year.
You like that? Nate Mahavlich.
Well, sure. Well, and let's talk about the goal scoring in the league this year. Anyway, but speaking of the two tops, I mean, we have a lot of games with 9 goal differentials already. We've either seen the teams that are really good or the teams that are really poor this year. Oh, any comments on that? How do those teams that are on the bottom really sprout up and get their legs going?
Well, it kind of reminds me of the 70s in the NHL. You had my Bruins. We went up against, remember the Kansas City Scouts? Remember when the Washington Capitals first came in? They were terrible. And they were terrible. They couldn't compete with us, at least the Bruins. And then we had to go up against the Canadians who just won everything. But it was like men playing against boys. I think that's what's going on here. I kind of question where the GMs out there, what are they drafting? Is there not enough of these good young players coming up? Maybe they're too busy playing. Oh yeah, video games, right? They gotta get out and play. Get out and play, kids.
That's a valid point. Okay, well let's go from the FHL to the NHL. Actually, I know one of your good buddies and one of your players that you really like to watch, and big Buff. What's going on with him?
Who knows? All I know is that they're not the Jets aren't as good a team without him. Their defense this year, they lost 4 besides him. 4 guys that were the top 4 of their defensemen. Well, that Morrissey guy, he's in there too, but he's still with the Jets. But one guy can't make a whole defensive core.
Nope.
Now they got these, I don't even know who they are. They're near the bottom of the league in goals against. That poor Hellebusik there, he can't even. Kids who like to have their phone all the time.
Not me.
Anyway, what was I saying again? I'm getting old.
You were talking about the goaltending and.
Yeah, Hellebuck. He's standing on his head. He's going to be able to carry this team all year. He's going to run out of gas if they don't go get somebody. I don't know what they're going to do. Bufflin, he's sitting on his duff at home doing I don't know what. He signed a contract. Last time I heard, you sign a contract, you go play.
Well, and that's my question. Just yes or no. He's got about $30 million on the table.
What?
Yes or no? Would you leave that? Do you walk away early retirement, or do you come back, suck it up, and get that $30 million?
Walk away from how much money?
Roughly about $30 million.
Who does that?
That's just nickels to you.
$30 million, and all he's got to do is come and play out his contract? I don't know what's going on in his head, but you signed a contract in good faith. It was 6 years. Get your butt out in the ice. Okay. You owe it to your teammates.
So that's a no. You would get back and get in there. Okay.
Because I'm honorable.
Okay.
I'm not sure about you. I would honor my contract no matter what.
That's true.
I'm an honorable man.
That's
See
true.
that? That's honorable.
That's why you're 1,000 years old and still working.
Where's yours?
I forgot it. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. You know what? I do want to finish the show. I want to jump back into the FHL. I think it's important that we do a shout out to the Players Association president this year, Everett Edinburgh. I mean, this guy's been a beast for the league. He's the reason this league's going so strong again. Any comments on him?
Oh, just maybe Buff could take a little bit of a work ethic lesson from this young fella then, right?
Okay.
Jeez. Clearly he's doing his part for the league to keep it after last year. I guess a little bit of a schmozzle last year, but hey, he's doing his part to get it going. Him and the league president there in Reno.
Yep. He's a good man.
League needs them too.
That's right. Well, they're working. We're working. And we're going to keep working it this season on Coach's Corner.
Are you going to work on getting yourself a poppy?
I will work on getting myself a poppy.
Good.
Let's keep working. Ron, Don, we'll catch you next time on Coach's Corner.
And welcome back. We're getting ready for game number 2 here today on Game of the Week. Thank you so much, Ron and Don, for coming back to us this year. We really appreciate your insight, your commentary, your banter, and your wisdom. Getting ready to fire up the River Monsters and the Mallards here. Apparently we had some glitching going on with the layout. Mallards now on the correct side for the offensive. Only two skaters along with goalie Cole Mitchell today. Fletcher and Keenan playing out today. The Mallards with their full roster, and you could see those numbers scrolling across your screen there. So what we've got here are a battle between two, we're going to call them expansion teams. Last year they were new to the league, along with the Fury. The Fury, we mentioned last week, not a team that exists this season. Also not existing this season, the Nordiques. So at one time, we had 12 teams available. This year we had 10 fill up. Our first goal of the game, Nate, the Great Baczynski, with the first Mallards marker here, with just about 50 seconds gone in the game. Ron and Don, big fans of Nate's skills. Nate's been around the league. I believe this is his third year as a veteran in the league. 3 different teams he would have been on over the course of his career. And one thing that you may have noticed is that our GMs skewing a little bit younger this season. Normally that would be a grade 8 position, but not a lot of grade 8s playing with us this season, so the job of GM went to some younger talent. GM for the River Monsters, Sam Belanger, healthy scratch today. Emerson Moyer out of town, and the Mallards GM is Chase Moline. So far, so good as far as goaltending from Cole Mitchell, and I will have spoken too soon. That's our first goal of the game by Keith Hutchison. A real beauty there. Mallard's goal making it 2-0, almost 2 minutes down here in the game. Looks like the ref is just wandering over to the score organizers area there. We are not in stop time, so maybe we should get back to work here, especially with the 2-goal differential. Let's go. Is that 15 seconds wasted so far? Yikes. Cole ready to go. Nate taking the face off here with Fletcher. A lot of good play in the neutral zone here. Still looking for our first River Monsters shot on goal. And here comes Nate. Dangling. Oh, huge save by Cole Mitchell. Back to Lucas. Looking for an opening. One player short. Another big save by Cole, and spits it back out. Yeah, there's some fantastic passing being done here by the Mallards. Very difficult to contain that for Fletcher and Keenan. Two, well, let's just say smaller players here, and yeah, you've got some height and some reach in those Mallards. Oh, almost a first shot here by Fletcher. Oh, and sprawled across the crease. We've got yet another Mallards goal. That makes it 3-0. Nate with his second of the afternoon. Nate on track to be one of the top scorers, as you heard from Ron and Don. Other fantastic scores in the league right now. Different than we normally would have recorded it. We are not actually looking for individual scoring titles. We do keep track of the goal differential on our standings table. However, we will keep that recorded privately, just for austerity, for the teams to know who's got the most Genos so far this year. And we're back. Lucas, big wind-up. And have we frozen that? No, it's behind the net. Fletcher digging for it. Keenan trying to get the open man. And taken away. Big shot, big save. Another save, or that one went wide. Cole standing on his head, trying to stop the bleeding, keeping it down to a very respectable 3-0, playing shorthanded. And Fletcher dumps it into the audience. What's the rule? Find it, snag it, drop it straight down. If we chuck it, then we got to go for a face-off. That was perfect. That's exactly what we like to see. Straight down, so it would appear that the ball has hit the wall and just rebounded straight back down. Frozen puck here, halfway through the game. Cole really making it look easy here. 3 squeaked by him, but it could easily be about 7 or 8 at this point. Big sprawling stick save as it crosses his crease. Over to Nate. Nate dangling. Oh, couldn't pull the trigger on that one. That one goes really high. And there's Lucas battling with Keenan. Fletcher trying to pick up the loose puck. Keith, did he grab it? Did he get it? I think so. Well, I hear the horn. Did we miss something? No. What? Oh, I see what's happening here. That was a high stick to throw it in there. We cannot do that in our league. We can't score with a high stick. We can't score with a slapper. So, got to keep it down below the waist to prevent any injuries. Shot goes high and wide. Glove at the ready for Cole. He's got it frozen. Didn't know where it went, but he snagged it. Not letting go of that. Played solid for the last 3 minutes for sure. Evan pretty comfortable back in his end. Still not a shot. Looking for a perfect game, if we can call it that. The shutout without a single shot on net. Here comes Nate. Spinorama. Chased by Fletcher. There's a shot. Big rebound out behind the net. And we got the River Monsters trying to dump it, but there's goal number 4. A snapshot. Looking good, Nate. That's his hat trick. I'm going to rack my brain here and try and remember if he got a hat trick in the last time the Mallards played. I want to say someone did over the last couple of games of the week. Maybe it was a Mallards game. I can't be sure, but good job on that Hattie. There's another quick one. We've opened up something here, and there's Lucas's first of the game. Lucas, 2 years ago in his rookie season, absolutely running away, at least for the first full half of the season, with that scoring title. He played with the Lumberjacks back then. I believe Matthew Smith would have been his general manager at the time. So long ago, but I do remember him with a very fast shot. Another save here by Cole. Only a couple of minutes left. 5-0 Mallards. Still looking for that first River Monsters shot. Can't be easy, especially when you got a couple of snipers that are away for various reasons. Sam scratched himself, unable to play today. Emerson out of town. They're hurting for a goal, for a shot. Less than 2 minutes left. Chase with a big shot there. Another nice save by Cole. There's almost our first. Was that a River? I believe that was a Keenan Springett River Monsters shot. First of the game. No goal yet. And Lucas dances in to get his second of the afternoon. 6-0 Mallards. These Ducks can hunt. And quick win off the faceoff for Nate. Trying to dangle around those boys. Playing some decent defense, dumping it off to the side. There's a big pass and a nice goal. That was unexpected. Quick pass to the left side of Cole and Chase Moline. Pots another one. 7-0, about a minute left. As you know, 9 goals is our differential. We've hit that quite a few times this season. Could it happen here before the last minute of play winds us down to nothing? Nate Paczynski, back pass to Chase looking for his hat trick. Out to Nate again. Nate moving around Keenan. Big shot off to the side by Lucas. And we have not a goaltender matchup, but one goaltender who is just basically trying to keep this from going 9-0. Can't do it there. Chase, another goal. 8-0 Mallards. Nate trying for 9. Can he grab it? No, he can't. That one goes wide. Tries to tuck it in. And that looks like it'll do it. There's our 9 goals with only a few seconds left as we wind down. 8 goals, 9 goals. Scoreboard says 8, but we know the deal. Thanks for joining us on Game of the Week. We'll see you again next time.